that need, something shifts. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to walk with greater certainty. You begin to move with the quiet confidence of a man who knows he is exactly where he needs to be. And when you reach this point, words will seem unnecessary. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you have nothing to prove. Those who understand will understand. Those who do not never mattered. A man who moves in silence is not detached from the world, nor is he indifferent to it. He simply refuses to be controlled by it. He understands that explanations are for those who doubt themselves, for those who have not yet made peace with the reality that not everyone is meant to understand them. When you know where you are going, when your direction is clear, you do not stop.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Apple Card is everything a credit card should be.
Stop to ask for directions from those who have never walked your path. Most people fear silence because it forces them to confront the unknown. They fill every gap with words, with noise, with endless explanations meant to secure their place in the minds of others. But a man who has mastered himself does not seek security in the opinions of others. He knows that their understanding of him is not required for his journey to continue. He does not explain because he does not need to. His certainty is his foundation, and that foundation is unshakable. When you stop explaining yourself, you will notice how uncomfortable it makes people. They will push, they will prod, they will attempt to provoke a reaction. They want a response, an explanation, a confirmation that you are just like them, bound by the same insecurities, trapped in the same need for approval. But when you refuse to play that game, when you stand firm in silence, they are left with nothing to hold on to. They are forced to deal with their own uncertainty, their own discomfort. And in that moment, they realize that they cannot control you. This is why silence is feared. It is not emptiness, it is power. It is the mark of a man who does not rely on words to establish his presence, who does not seek validation through conversation, who does not give away his strength in the form of endless justifications. A man who moves in silence carries himself differently. He speaks when necessary, but never to prove himself. He does not waste words, nor does he waste energy on those who demand explanations that will change nothing. When you move this way, you become unpredictable, you become unreadable, and in that you gain an advantage. The world is full of people who give themselves away too easily. They talk too much. They reveal their fears, their weaknesses, their doubts, without even realizing it. They try to be understood because they do not fully understand themselves.
Please don't scroll.
But the man who moves in silence does not fall into this trap. He knows that his path is not up for discussion, that his choices do not require approval, that his strength is not something to be explained, it is something to be lived. As you embrace this way of being, you will find that your words begin to carry more weight. When you do speak, people listen, they lean in, they take note. Because your silence has made your words valuable, when you do act, people pay attention, because you have not wasted energy on explaining your intentions, you have simply executed them. This is the difference between a man who is truly in control of himself and one who is at the mercy of others. The first moves with purpose, unshaken